No, no, mila compensación, mila demonstración, sì, no, sai, ni ta ma sen taul pet, sa di miallo nul. Lo riføre det mas demonstration solona, vet du. Okay, okay. No, but seriously, I don't know these people. I'm not here for them. They're not here for me. It's just we're here to talk about how to learn Korean. If you ever see this someday somewhere, and most importantly, I'm here to talk about how I learned Korean. So you better care about that if you're still here. Otherwise, I'm not sure how much this can matter to you. Anyway, okay. So where should I start? Right. So, like I said, let's start chronologically then. When I arrived in Korea to take the 4 months language training, I had only learned Korean on and off in a very, I did not learn that well. I was in an academy that I went to sometimes, and by the end of our first year, I'm pretty sure, I believe I'm the only one who failed the exam, or end of year exam. So just to give you an idea of how not serious I was about learning Korean back then. So then I arrived here, thinking, yeah, there's a 4 month language training anyway. It's good. Okay, that not good. I mean, it was as good as 4 months can get you, and it was 4 months with 3 months of like regular training, like everyone else, about 4 to 6 hours a day, 5 days a week. But the first month was like 7 hours a day and 7 hours of listening to a language you barely understand for a month. Oof. If you're a fragile creature like me, that does a number on your brain. Like, oof, they call it intense language training, and it's a very well picked word. It's not a fun time. It works. It kind of works. It definitely works. It can kind of work, but it works in a very violent manner. It does a number on you, which is why, like we said, you should learn as much as possible before you arrive here. It will save you a lot of troubles on the long run. And basically, for me, the level that I got after I was done with language school, which was like, how do you call that? Like advanced beginner, you could call it that. That's where my level stayed at for 3 years. Like I got more comfortable and better at using the words and expressions I knew, but overall, I never picked up any new words or expressions. Like I plateaued there for a very long time. And yeah, advanced and overall, I was pretty lucky because when you're mostly making cartoons and just drawing stuff, like even when you don't understand what your teacher is saying, as long as you can kind of draw what he's drawing, it's like good enough, I guess. But it's not fun at all. Listening for me personally, listening to I'm quite fragile and sensitive, so listening to something I do not understand for anything more than an hour really does a number on my mood and my brain and my body. So yeah, it doesn't matter how simple it is compared to whatever. But at the end of the day, I'm just very basic Korean level. I had a very tough time for a very long time. So yeah. If you want to be a student for a long time in Korea, you might want to learn yourself some Korean, mate. So, just my personal advice. But the better question is how to learn, isn't it? Me personally, I've started improving again. Finally, after like I said, 3 years of being stuck at advanced basic level, I finally started improving again like 2 months ago. And like Moon mentioned, and surely if you've ever tried learning a language, you know this. You kind of know this. Technically speaking, there's a lot of methods nowadays. There's a lot of methods you can use to try to do it in the most convenient and fun manner possible. You can, you can watch cartoons. You can watch drama. You can watch variety shows. You can listen to songs. You can sing songs. You can talk with people. You can get a Korean boyfriend or Korean girlfriend if you're capable of doing that. There's a lot of technically sound methods, but for me personally, what I found, what has started working for me uh, in the last 2 months, like I said, is being uh, comfortable, being the most physically, mentally comfortable possible when I'm trying to learn whatever I'm trying to learn. But in this case, we're talking about Korean. And also taking it really slowly and make it as practical as possible. So, for example, like Moon said, uh, I choose to focus only on the words and expressions that I know I personally use anyway, in any language, in any other language. Like, that's just, I use these words when I speak in other languages I kind of know more than Korean. So, might as well start with learning those. And I keep a very short list, and I'm just like, I'm going to learn these first. And, if I can trust myself to keep being myself this week, then surely the opportunity to use these words will arise, and hopefully I will do it. And through repetition and convenience and fun, and most importantly, comfort, maybe it will stick. But yeah, so yeah, that's kind of how I learned Korean. Uh, yeah. One thing I will say about the language training. It's at the Korean. It's at the Hanguk Foreign University of Studies, something like that. Foreign University, yes, and it's a very, 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 very good language school. Like, uh, they say so themselves, and I believe them because I like to believe people as much as possible. and And yeah, the thing that really sets them apart from other Korean languages schools, even here in Seoul, is that they put a lot of emphasis on like conversational practice, like right from the start. One thing that can happen if you lack conversational practice in any language, if you don't have the opportunity to do it, and obviously that's kind of hard to come by anyway, is that you can have a lot of like written writing skills and reading skills, and you can have a bit of a mental barrier when it comes to like actually saying words or even listening skills. Like, you can be fine listening them, but so at that school, for better and for worse, but mostly for the better, I would say, definitely, there's a lot of conversational practice very early on, and it does not let up. It's very good for that. If you're in a space where you can receive that knowledge, of course, like we said, I've personally discovered that for me, comfort is the number one element I need if I'm going to learn anything efficiently. But yeah, I think that's. Uh, what else should I say? Okay, one funny thing is that language exchange and like people, like we said, people befriending people or mm, becoming someone's partner, lover, or whatever you want to call it. That's obviously a very prominent method for learning, and I'm sure it works for some people. And the good thing about being here at this time in Korean history, in Korean society, is that on one hand, there's a lot of foreigners who want to learn Korean. There's also a lot of Koreans who want to learn foreign languages. So, if you guys can meet each other and help each other, then That might just work, you know. Big emphasis on if though. Anyway, that's like a whole other topic. And I don't think I have anything else to say. What else can I say? Yeah, I think that's it. So if no one else has any questions, I might spare myself the task of talking by myself, all by myself, some more. Oh, right. I don't know if you're here, Crypty, but your question from earlier. Oh, someone has questions. Go ahead, please. Anyway, Crypty asked about the school board game club. It's actually okay. So the board game club is okay. So is there tabletop RPG? Okay, basically no, it's not tabletop RPG. That's probably takes way too much preparation. Yes, I'm also quite disappointed, but they have a lot of games and they get new ones very regularly, and there's varying degrees of complexity for those games. One thing about it is that right now it's mostly in Korean. They will do their best to accommodate people who don't speak Korean that well, if there are any. But it's a fun place. It's a fun place. I would say if you like board games that are not tabletop RPGs. uh, and that's just one board game club around here. One very cool thing about Korea is that if just rather than telling you the things you cannot do in Korea, it's much faster, I would say, to tell you the things you can't do in Korea. But if there's something you like, music, writing, politics, language, gaming, like video gaming or tabletop gaming, camping, mountain, whatever, bouldering. If you can want it, you can probably find it. But yeah, anyway. Next is a question from Itsame. I got it. Classic. How are the dorms? Thank you for that question. That's an excellent question. The dorms are. Whew. Okay, so there's different dorms. But I'll tell you about the most affordable ones, which are the Sokwandong Chonjangwon 맞아? The Heavenly Ceiling dorm, which is where I'm at right now. When we arrived, it was 3 people per room. Generally, the Koreans have their own rooms, the exchange students have their own rooms, and the scholarship students have their own rooms. And yeah, if you've ever lived with 3 people you barely knew before, that sounds like something you don't like, you probably won't like it. If it sounds like something you will like, hopefully you will like it. However, nowadays we've gone from 3 person per room to 2 people per room, and the 3rd person has been replaced with personal refrigerators, which are very convenient. So it's a bit more different now, and it's also more expensive. It's a bit more expensive, not a bit. It's more expensive, but there's a refrigerator now, and it's you can get a lot of mileage out of that. So there's 2 floors for women and 1 floor for the men. And women and men are not supposed to go on each other's floors. There's the common area in the 1st floor when people can mingle freely, maybe as freely as. Anyway, so each room has their own showers and bathrooms. There's a shared cooking area Don't know how it is over at the women's on the women's floors. I mean, I don't know that much. I'm not supposed to know anyway. But these days, the men's cooking area, I would say, is not very busy. Uh, there's some usually what I've observed is that there's some kitchen regulars, and you will see them pretty often there, prepping their meals and eating their instant food, eating their delivery items and whatever. And besides those regular people, like other folks, they just eat outside or in their own rooms. But yeah, if you're a man and you like cooking, I can tell you that much. Uh, and also nowadays, there's a lot more stuff than when I arrived. There's an air fryer, there's a rice cooker, there's microwave, microwave. There's there's some. It's pretty good. Honestly, it's really good. No oven though. If you like using an oven, there's no oven for common use. I used to have an oven, and someone stole it. How dare you? How dare you steal out? Anyway, so I would say to sum it up, I would say uh, you're gonna live with other people. There's a lot of spaces you're gonna have to share with other people, so you have to be comfortable with that to some degree if you're gonna stay here. It's financially speaking, it's very interesting if you can make the most of it, and socially speaking as well. You can meet people in the common rooms. You can meet people in your hall, on your dorm floor. You can meet people at the entry. It's like you can get along with the ajashis who take care of the building, and there's also the ajamas who clean up the building, and there's also the ajashi who keeps up the trash. Like, no, a lot of them are very nice. Uh, so yeah, I would say maybe try it at least once if that sounds like something you might like. If trying it during the semester sounds like a lot, and it can be a lot, maybe you can try it during the break period, during the summer break or the winter break. There's much less people, and if you're someone who likes being with people, then like and adversely, the break time is going to be a bit harder for you than during because most people would go back to their hometowns or their families or wherever they want to go because it's break time, and you're gonna be it's gonna be a much more lonely place, the dorm. If you're a loner, it's gonna be great for you. And it's 2 months. 2 months, it's good time to be a loner. If you're not a loner but a lonely person, then it's gonna be tough on you probably. It's what I gotta say about dorms. I think. 20 minutes. Okay. Uh, okay. So, no one else has any questions. I guess I'll call it a night. Unless. Okay. 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 Let me try something. Okay. I will. You're a quiet crowd, but I can feel we're connecting to some level. So I'm offering you this opportunity to. I'm offering ourselves this opportunity to for me to flex my Korean. And then we can leave after having established that I can speak Korean to some degree. Or we don't. It's fine. So. Let's go. Okay, let me think of a song then. I guess I should pick the song. Yeah, I should pick the song. This is my life. Uh, which song should I pick though? Should be an easy song, Gangnam Style. Not Gangnam Style. But thank you for. Okay, I can do some Big Bang songs. I can do some Black Skirts. Or I can do some. What else can I do? Great one. Which one is great one? What else can I do? I want to do an easy one anyway. So, and I'm not even gonna do all of it. So, 상수역? 상수역 sounds good, but I need to find the chords. Uh, no one's doing Gangnam Style. Stop trying to. This is. Okay. I'm sorry. I'll let you thought this was a democracy. This is not a democracy. I'm gonna do whatever I want. I mean, unless you can convince me otherwise. But you know, time is of the essence. I want to song so wait, I'll just type black skirts and see what. Wait. Okay. And if you got any questions, now's the time probably. But also no pressure. It's fine to not have any questions also. Maybe yeah, maybe international love song. No, too complicated. Love Shine. Too complicated. The culture shock. Okay, good question. Thank you, Crypty. Uh, culture shock was as someone from Madagascar, which is an Afro-Asian country. Some things felt very familiar. Lots of things felt very familiar, actually. But the thing about this that I would say is that, in general, personally, differences and similarities, if you look out for them, you can probably find some. The problem is when you start believing too much in either of those. So, as someone from Madagascar, for example, there's norebang, there's a very very strong karaoke culture here. So, as someone from Madagascar, I was like, oh, dang, we love that too in Madagascar. Like, this is great. So, on one hand, we both love karaoke, but the level of karaoke we have in Madagascar and the one here in Korea, like, it's not exactly the same, you know. So, it's like, so when I see how convenient and easy and good the karaoke facilities are here, there's a bit of a culture shock there. Okay, let's talk about something else. Familiarity. Okay, so if you're from a more like what we say, like a warm, tactile people, and you're very friendly and you get familiar with people quickly. Obviously, everyone's different, and Korean society, for one, I would say, is one that's changing very quickly. Anyway, but generally speaking, you should be careful if you're the type of person I mentioned earlier, and you're here in Korea. Like, people take time to open up. Like, they can be excited about meeting new people from other countries and sharing culture, but also like take it a bit slowly. For example, like I don't want to share any embarrassing stories, but like sometimes you think that you're familiar enough with someone to say something or do something, and then it turns out you really were not there yet, and it's like very lonely, very sad, shameful moment. so so yeah, there's that. What else? In Madagascar, we eat a lot of rice. Even me personally, I've never eaten that much rice compared to the average Madagascar person. And in Korea, they eat rice too often. They like rice a lot. But Madagascar rice quantity and Korea rice quantity, like in a meal, very, very different. I have to spend a substantial amount of money ordering extra rice when I go to the restaurant, personally. And like I said, I don't even eat that much rice, but it's like, please share one story, one embarrassing story. Please pay me if you want me to embarrass myself in public. uh, fine, fine. I'll give you one. Uh, it's better. It's better. Anyway, long time ago, I thought I was getting chummy with some people, and I tried pinching their cheeks to show how adorable I thought they were. They did not like me do that. They did not like that at all, and they said straight away, "You're very impolite." Good times, good times, and and yeah. So I'd say that's a case of yeah, yeah. Basically, that's what happened. You make what you will of that, and that some variations of that happened to me a number of times before I finally started thinking, maybe I should stop overestimating overestimating. Anyway, yeah, that happened. Uh, Goodness, look at the time. I need to find a song quick so I can get out of here. Sanseok. I don't want to sing Sanseok. Wait a sec. Uh, huh. Everything. Anti-freeze? Probably anti-freeze. Probably go with anti-freeze if I can find some chords that work for me. Oh, there it is. There, we did it. Okay, I found a song, guys. So I'm just gonna sing this, and then we can dip if it's all right with you. Uh, Accord ça? Je pense que ça va, hein. Ouais, de toute façon, je fais ce que je veux. Okay, so how much of this can we sing? Yeah, we'll see. Is everybody ready? Doesn't really matter. Wait. Wait. Eso is. Nyt saada korttina engem tisoisti. Just wait. Is er more? Sa iram tingkas? Ay mo milam ting Korean. Easy. Sumira że nic nie się kansa, nie tam live okoda. Okay, just gonna tune this thing. Okay. Next, I just need to. Putain, c'est pas facile de chanter, hein. Ah, purée! C'est quoi la clé? J'ai pas la clé. Maximum effort. Ah, purée. Suis d'accord. Okay, we're gonna do Big Bang. I'm sorry. I thought I had it, but I didn't. We're gonna have to do Big Bang. Can I even do the Big Bang? I don't even know if I can do Big Bang. Maybe I can't do anything. Oh, vas-y, on fait ça et on se tire parce que il a payé. Okay, so heads up. I probably just choke somewhere in the middle of the first, right after the chorus, and then we can just leave each other good friends after I'm done embarrassing myself for free. Gosh, I'm too nice. I'm so nice. I'm too nice. Anyway, here we go. 우리 사랑하지 말아요. 아직은 잘 모르잖아요. 사실 조금은 두려운 거야. 그대 미안해요. 우리 약속하지 말아요. 내일은 또 모르잖아요. 하지만 이 말은 짓이냐. 그대 좋아해요. 아무것도 묻지 말아요. 대답할 수 없어요. 이렇게 둘이 행복한데 왜 나가지려 하지 말아요. 그저 이대로 조금만 있어요. 갈수록 더 마음 아파지게 자주 만난 뒤엔 이별 계속 that's the end. Thank you for your time, everyone. Have a good week. And I'll see you when I see you.